Nidus Breachcast, the world's first identity management app made exclusively for identity experts and product owners, is available in the iOS App Store now. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nidus Anarchy series. I'm your host Adam, CIO and co-founder of Nidus, and today I want to talk about streaming high bandwidth internet from Starlink from space. So, with all these natural disasters that have been going on in the country recently, it's been terrifying just because I've been through a bunch of them myself. I've been through Hurricane Maria, I've been through wildfires, I've been through volcano eruptions down in South America. I don't know why, but don't travel with me, okay? It's bad luck. Wherever I go, crazy natural disasters happen. So, in that, I started thinking, man, I really need to have some type of a portable internet that would be great. And everyone's talking about Starlink and how it would be great for situations like that. All I kept thinking about is I spent a week down in Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria with no power, no internet, no anything, no communication of any kind to the outside world. And it was brutal. I don't even want to get into that because that's just one of those things where if you were there, great. If you didn't, awesome. But so having Starlink, I think would have been very advantageous for me to have back then. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to buy it now so I have it, because I think there's a lot of really good use cases, more than just natural disasters and being around, and having just being completely screwed. So other things are backup to internet, right? So if the internet goes out here at my house, which it does every once in a while, very, very rarely, but hey, stuff happens. So if internet goes out, I can just throw this thing out and have high-speed internet again, and then just plug my router in, and bam, the whole house is lit back up. When I travel, if I go abroad, instead of worrying about what the high-speed internet is going to be like there and how crappy it's going to be at the hotel, which is a huge problem whenever you leave the country apparently, I don't have to worry about that anymore. I can just bring my own internet, which is crazy. BYOY, I guess is going to be the new thing. So there's a lot of different use cases that I thought would be pretty cool. So I decided I'm going to pick it up because it's a one-time fee. So I bought the Starlink Mini, and with the Roam plan, you only pay for a month that you use. So I believe it's like a 30 days or so. So if you pay, once you pay, it's like 30 days. So I think it's $50 for a month of 50 gigabytes. And then it's $170 for a month of unlimited. So I just signed up for the unlimited plan. This way I don't have to worry about bandwidth because I'll blow through the 50 gigs easily. But really, you're only being charged if you use it. So like right now, when I'm not really using it, well, I'm not going to be getting charged for it, which is pretty awesome. So I only have to basically have it in reserve. So I'm going to show you the whole satellite setup, how easy it is, and it's actually pretty amazing. So here, I have the whole setup in this backpack. This little backpack did not come with it. I picked this up on Amazon, super cheap. There's nothing special about it. It's not like some Starlink special backpack or anything. I just got it because it's slim. It has a nice little lock on there. It has that TSA lock that we know and love and how secure these are. Obviously, I would never check this, so I'm not worried about TSA, but hey, this keeps little kid fingers and stuff out of it, which is great. So let's break into this thing here. Okay, so pop this open, and I'll show you all the different things. I also bought a couple different accessories that after playing with, I found are super important to need. So I'll show you all that stuff too. So first, here we go. These are all the different pieces. Now, I'll show you what comes with the actual Starlink mini package. The first and most important is the Starlink satellite. This is it. This is the amazing magical device. It just sits just like that. And if you notice inside, there's two holes. This one is where the power cord goes, and this is for a network cable. You only need that if you're going to connect into a router to then extend the network, which obviously I have that little portable router from we did that whole episode about how to travel with internet. Well, now I just plug that little router into here, bam. And instantly with OpenVPN, I'm connected right into my office here at home, no matter where I am in the world with high-speed internet. So this just has to go outside with an unobstructed view to the sky, generally facing north. And all the satellites around the world, no matter where I am, pretty much, there's a coverage map on Starlink's website that shows you all the different places that it works and doesn't work. And the only reason it won't work in certain places is because there's rules that prevent it from working there, right? It's not like there just isn't coverage, it's just not turned on. So if you cross a geographical boundary, if the government decides they hate Elon Musk, you can't have Starlink there. That's just the rules. So anyway, this is the satellite, super small, super cool. And this is the power cord that comes with it. It's a really long power cord. This is an accessory I picked up. So this just plugs into the underside of it right here, just like this. Just plugs in like so. And then this cable runs over here. And then on the other end, we plug into this. So this just plugs into there like that. And then this just plugs into the wall, and give it a couple minutes. This thing syncs up with the satellites, checks for obstructions, and kind of optimizes stuff. But within a couple minutes, this thing is up and going. The speeds, this is the big question. Like, what kind of speed are you going to get from this? On average, I get around 150 megabit down and like 40 to 50 up, which is crazy. Just to think the upload speed is that fast, to me was the most impressive out of all of this, right? Now I've gotten up to like 200, 220 megabit down, so you can definitely stream movies, you can play video games. This is fully functional, high-speed internet that you can use anywhere. It's amazing. So this is the other piece. This piece also comes with it. So this is a pole mount. I'll show you what this does here real quick. I'm gonna screw this little bad boy. Just put this on so I don't lose it. Let's see if I can get this out. Yeah. Okay, this piece is not coming out. So I bought this metal disc in there is separate. I bought this separate, so I'll explain that in a second. But basically, this is a pole mount. So you can put this onto a pole, and then you screw this bad boy in here. This then fits on the underside here. So now you can have it on top of your RV, your house, your, what is it, a yurt? I've been watching some people that live in yurts recently for some reason. So this allows it, to kind of get it off of the ground and up in the air. All weather, so you don't have to worry about rain, sleet, snow, sun, all that works out perfect. There's actually even a setting on this thing where you can set it to be extra warm in case there's snow, so this way the snow melts and doesn't mess up your coverage. That's also pretty awesome too. So extra accessories. I think this is everything that comes with it from what I remember. So this is pretty much all you get out of the package. It works with an app on your phone, which I'll show you real quick what that looks like here. So there's the Starlink app, is this little black one with the white circles. And when you open it up, it just connects to Wi-Fi. So this thing will, when you plug this in, this spins up its own Wi-Fi network. You connect to that Wi-Fi network, and then from there, it will then go through and say, hey, looking for satellites, aligning, checking for obstructions, all that kind of stuff. And there's some cool little tools in here to play with. I set mine so that it looks like it's on Mars, just because that's obviously more awesome. And then here you can do speed tests and all that kind of stuff, which we'll go through and show you how well this thing works. So now let's get into the little accessories I found out that I needed. The first one is this piece that I can't get out. It's just a metal disc that goes into this pole mount part. This is so that I can screw it onto a tripod. I think this one's pretty self-evident, but basically I have a couple different little portable tripods that I bring with me when I travel. So this one here, I think this is GorillaPod, so you can wrap it around, kind of things to make it stick. So this will screw right into here, so I can attach it to a fence post. I can put it on just like a regular tripod, whatever. And then I also have this one, which is the one I bring with me the most. It's just a little Manfrotto travel tripod. Just plop it there. And it's got a little ball mount on it as well, so you can angle it and stuff. So this is really just to get it off of the ground. So bugs, water, things like that, so you don't have to worry about it. So I always have a little tripod with me everywhere I go. And the GorillaPods, these are actually pretty cool. This is just bigger and bulkier, and I tend to not need it to be wrapping as much anymore. When I'm doing photography, I have a bigger one that can hold more weight, but this can hold the Starlink no problem. So next accessory that I found out to be important was, where'd it go? Here, this little bad boy. So on Starlink's website, you can buy a lot of these accessories. I got them third party because they're drastically cheaper through Amazon and other places. So this I picked up so that I don't have to actually carry this around, because now you're going to have travel adapters and where you're going to find a plug. That's annoying a lot of time. So now I have this little barrel adapter to USB-C, and now I can plug that into things like a battery pack. So as long as the battery pack puts out at least 100 watts, so as long as it can power like a laptop, it can power this no problem. So with this little adapter and a battery pack, I am completely detached. I can be anywhere in the world with with hours of internet streaming movies in the middle of the Appalachian Mountains. I can be up in Alaska, or I could be on a boat running around and get full high-speed internet. So this little adapter is super important for me. These all go together. Pull this stuff out and show you. So this here is an RJ45 adapter. So this plugs in to the underside, like we were saying before. You pull this piece out, plug this in. And then from here, this is just weatherproof. So I can plug in, it comes with these little adapters, like little sleeves to go over top of it to keep the whole connection waterproof. So this way I can leave this outside and have an RJ45 and have a network cable and run the whole thing inside. And then from there, keep the router and all those kind of pieces inside, so they're away from the weather, heat, things like that, bugs, all that kind of fun stuff, getting stolen, depending on where you are and what's actually going on. So this I figured was gonna be super important, so I picked this up too. All Amazon. So these are really easy finds. Okay, next up is this. This is a DC inverter. I'm sure everyone sees these, right? This goes into like your car, and this is so you can plug things in. This was originally so that I could do this. So I wasn't thinking I was always gonna have a battery pack. I've already had this. I use this for like my car or on boats. So this way I can power things. And this works, the DC inverter works to power this as well. The little cigarette lighter, if you just plug it in and then plug USB into it, that will not work. It does not generate enough power that way. So you have to have this thing running through an inverter. And last piece I got here are these things. Let me get them out. What are these? Okay, so these, I'll show you. Unplug this thing. Okay, so these actually go onto here, like this, and like this. And you're probably thinking, well, what do you want to do with this for? Well, this is so you can suction cup it to the inside of your sunroof in your car or to the rear window of your car. So now you can be driving and have full high-speed internet the entire time you're going somewhere. So if you're going on a long road trip, we like to take road trips with the family or go like up to Maine or something. It's like a 6-hour drive. Now we have full high-speed internet. We can stream all the Netflix movies. The Masha and Bear can play the entire way. We don't have to worry about it. And it keeps it inside the car. So a lot of the things that they do with Starlink is, you know, they have it fixed for like RV mounts and things like that, but they all go on the outside of the vehicle. That kind of scares me just because I don't trust a lot of them, especially the ones that are just suction cups or magnets. I could just see this thing getting flying off in the middle of nowhere and losing it and shattering all over the place, and that would suck. So I picked this one up because it was way more efficient. This one I like too, specifically because these suction cups adjust. You'll notice a lot of these things that sell that have like the suction cups on the inside, they're static, which is great if your window is completely flat. I've never seen a window inside a car completely flat unless it's on the side, which why would you do that? So this one is really cool because it's adjustable and you can tighten it down. Really nice. So this is that. Oh, the other last thing I got was I picked up one of these. This is not a Pelican case, so I'm not going to spend that kind of money for something that does the same thing. But this is just a case that will hold all the Starlink stuff, but more durable. So if I do have to check it, and I am traveling with a lot of gear, I do have a case that will hold all this stuff, and it'll be a lot more secure. I can actually lock it with real locks, so I don't have to worry about people getting into my stuff. So this is the Starlink system. So the best thing that I can do to show you how cool this thing is to test it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this thing, we're going to go out on my boat, and we're just going to hook it up and hightail it, and we're going to see what kind of speed we get. So let's go have some fun with Starlink on a boat and see what kind of high speed we get while doing 40 knots on the water. Let's go. We're at the dock. This is kind of the setup I have. So this is the power cord. Obviously this wouldn't be permanent, but just for now it's fine. So we're going to go down. Here's the power cord. And then from here I got it plugged into a little inverter into the DC out there. So we're going to do a quick speed test. Here we go. Speed test. All right, here we go. Not too shabby. 120 megabit down. 100-ish. Okay. Upload. So this is awesome. Like, this is absolutely doable. Now the question is, do we get these kind of speeds while we're moving and when we're out? Maybe, I don't know what the difference is, but let's go find out. Let's go. Okay, now that we're on the move, let's test this thing out now. Nice. Still working out pretty good here. 160 megabit. Uh-oh. Might be running into some swans. That's my upload. Upload's about 20-ish. Nice. It streams videos real nice. This is Amazon Prime, so no lag, high quality, no skips. This is awesome. Yeah, here we go. Woo! Look at that. Yeah, buddy. Woo! This Starlink is amazing. Okay, so that was Starlink on a boat doing 40 knots. And when at the dock, I was getting about 100 to 110 megabit down, which I was happy with. But actually out in the open water, even going full speed, I was getting anywhere from 140 to 170 megabit down with Starlink satellite, having a blast. Now, if you're wondering how did I record all that, well, I was using the Meta Ray-Ban glasses, so this way I could do everything hands-free and record everything without risking flipping the boat, messing around doing dumb stuff with satellite download speeds. So Starlink satellite, I think, is amazing. Has a ton of use cases, like I was saying. Backup internet, just here in the house, great to have. Traveling, huge. Road trips, amazing. In case of a natural disaster, massively important. Could even be life-saving. So this Starlink system is so easy to use, very affordable. Like I said, $600 for the setup, and then a bunch, maybe another $200 in accessories, just because I'm crazy like that. But for under $1,000, you could have a high-speed internet system that connects to space. How rad is that? So Starlink, I'm giving 2 thumbs up. This is an amazing system, and if you have any weird use case that you think this could possibly benefit you, I recommend you get it. Have this thing. I mean, this thing is going to be a lifesaver for a lot of people, and it's honestly just a ton of fun. So Starlink satellite, I love it. See you guys around. Later. Nidus has just created the first iOS app made exclusively for identity management professionals. It's called Nidus Breachcast, and you can download it now. It's amazing. We have real-time updates of all the latest breaches that are occurring, CVEs as they come out real-time, really pertaining just to identity management. We have media that's going on in this podcast. We're going to be bringing in a lot more others as well. And we even have a complete vendor list of all the identity management vendors and all their products, so you can find out exactly where to download their software, all the documentation. And what's even more awesome is an identity management glossary. All those crazy words and acronyms that we can never remember, they're all listed in there for you. No ads, just pure information to make your life simple.